Now, side control has a lot more submission options, definitely than the guard. The guard is only got 1 or 2 submission options. Side control, we've got a few arm locks, a few shoulder locks, some actually leg locks, and some chokes. So side control, we definitely get a lot more offensive and can finish the fight. Now, probably one of the most basic submissions you'll learn, and the one I still use a lot, is the Kimura, okay? Kimura is just a bent arm lock that we're gonna do, and we're gonna do it on the far side arm. So, we're in on a nice side control, and we can do this from different positions. But this arm is he's in a lot of trouble with this arm. If it goes floating around anywhere, I can attack it. If it goes down that way, I'm going to Kimura it, which is our move. If it goes even straight, there's an arm bar, and if it comes this way, there's an Americana lock. So I've got different locks depending on where it is. Now, what we're going to do is actually we're going to set it up from that reverse scarf we showed earlier. So we're going to, this underhook here, we're going to switch here, bring up our right leg, shoot through, and back up. Now, we have our reverse scarf here. Now, remember here, back it up until he's very uncomfortable. He can't see anything over here. So what he might even do to block the guard is he might bring it in here. So he's got a little defense here, but he can't see. That's the beauty of this move. And this arm, even if he tries to hide it, I'm going to force it out. So what I'm going to do, if this is MMA, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start punching him. I can even punch him in the leg. I can punch him in the guts here. What I'm looking for is just create some sort of reaction where he brings his arm out to stop that. Once it comes out, he's in trouble. All right? Or if it's just no-gi grappling, sometimes I'll just start pushing on something or start pushing here. Oh, there's that arm. He's trying to get that arm off. Oh, that was just a trick. So once that arm comes out to do something, either to defend my punch or to defend some sort of positional change, I'm just going to grab him by the wrist and put it right on the ground. Very important. Now, if I'm in that reverse scarf, I'm going to rotate my hips flat. Once again, back to the normal side control. Now watch my right elbow comes right to the mat to control him. It comes right to the mat next to his hip. Now when we're doing the Americana, or the Kimura, we need to keep it as tight as possible. We don't want it out here. We want to keep it right next to his hip. My right elbow right next to his hip. No, and that's easy to think, you know, just keep it nice and tight. Always tighter the better. Now, this arm right here, top arm is going to keep nice and flat. I'm going to come underneath it, grab my own forearm. Okay? Now, we have a figure 4 locked. We have the Kimura locked up. Now, to finish it, here's the problem. As you can see, to finish it, I have to go down with the arm, but the mat's in the way. So I have to somehow get him on his side so I have an opening for the submission. So if I crank it, I don't care. The mat is just in the way. I can't quite finish it. So my hips went from reverse scarf over here to flat. Now I'm going to actually almost come out the other side in a scarf position. All right? So we got a Kimura locked up the whole arm. I'm going to actually, from this scarf position, I'm going to pull him up a little bit. Now there's a little space here. Now I can work this shoulder under, got a little opening where I can put the Kimura lock in and tap him out. Flat doesn't work, so I got to pull him up, create that space for the submission. Now, the problem with pulling him up is, though, he can kind of come up with me. So I'm going to pull him up a little bit, but this outside leg is going to come over his head. So I'm going to pull him up, but just enough where he runs into my leg. Now, got some space under here. Just crank that. Now, I like to keep it as tight as possible. Don't get it out here. The more bend I have, the tighter to the body, the better. Got that space. All right? Very common submission. The only time I see it failing is when it gets extended. All right, we'll go over the Kimura real quick once again. Normal side control. I'm going to switch it, come under, reverse scarf, back it up. Now, I'm looking for this arm to come back into this free space here. If he's hiding it, that's probably good. He's a good grappler. Punch him in the leg. Right there, he's already thinking about it. Hit him in the guts. Or, there it is. He doesn't like that. I've hit him a few times. That arm will come out. Control it, drive it down to the ground, and as I switch my hips, watch my elbow come down flat. Nice and tight to his hip. Now, keeping it nice and flat, I'm going to wiggle under here. Grab my own forearm. Okay? Now, once again, to finish him off, the ground's kind of in the way. So I gotta switch my hips again, kind of back to that scarf position, except, so I'm pulling him up now, getting that space, just gonna step over his head, and now bringing it underneath him, kind of bending it. If he's really strong, sometimes I'll even do like a little bit of a punch to his elbow, boom, to get that bend and finish him off. Now, if he's really trouble, I'll keep working, get it nice and tight to his back, and now he's definitely toast. So once you get him here, it's over. It's just how long can he fight it, all right? The more he tries to keep it straight, the better. But if you get the right angle, you'll tap him out. So I'm pulling him up, but not too far up. That's what that leg does, steps over the head, all right? Kimura, one of the easiest things from side control to do, it's always there. Anytime that arm comes into free space, on this side I can attack it.